guys, welcome back to Godzillathon, and yep, finally doing another one. Work sucks for now on, and everything is just exhausting. Yeah, I wish I could rest for now on, but no, I can't. I got a bunch of work to deal with, and yeah. Also, I officially got, that was delivered to me already today, the, SH Monster Art. My first time getting an SH Monster Art, Space Godzilla. God, it looks amazing and stuff like that. And speaking of figure-wise, I mean, first of all, I love the Space Godzilla figure. He looks awesome. I just love it. So yeah, I did see the NECA 2019 Godzilla figures. No King Ghidorah, obviously. I mean, who cares? I'm officially gonna pre-order the Monster Arts King Ghidorah, like, alright, soon enough or something. But anyways, we are now on episode 26 of Godzillathon, and yes, this is one of the best Godzilla movies in the world. Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, giant monsters all at attack, aka GMK. Okay, this movie, oh my god, wow, just wow. What the fuck is going on? I mean, this movie is just out of control. Yes, I know, one of the best Godzilla movies in the world and stuff like that. I did see it when I was a kid. I was like, what the fuck? Wow! Like, I just love it. But, sadly enough, I don't know. This is not my favorite Godzilla movie in the millennium. I know I hear a lot. I'm sure everyone's gonna fanboy backlash at me saying this is not my favorite Godzilla movie in the millennium. Oh, and by the way, I do own this figure, here on Blu-ray with the pack of probably the next movie, which I'm gonna review soon, Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. Yeah, so I own this movie, like, on Blu-ray. I just got it, I think, like, a week or two ago, I don't know. So, which already today, I own the final pack, I got the final pack. It finally got to me, the final pack of the Toho Godzilla collection. So, yeah. So, finally. So, this movie is fantastic, but it does have some flaws that this could be a rant video about one of its characters, which I'll get to him soon. But, before I want to start this review, I honestly really want to go over the backstory before this movie was released. One of them, there were a few different elements of this movie being, like, well, first off, the movie is directed by the guy who directed the Heisei Gamera trilogy, Suzuki Kaneko. He said after Gamera 3, he wanted to do a Godzilla movie. I was like, holy shit, you really got someone. I desperately wanted to. I think he will make a great Godzilla movie. So, first off, the first movie that was going to happen was Godzilla vs. Kamacuras. Look, I wish I made that shit up, but no, that was true. That was the first movie he was gonna do. It was Godzilla vs. Kamacuras. That was the first. I mean, it was gonna have the same Godzilla design for this one, the GMK Godzilla. Fight Kamacuras. So, yeah, that was the first idea, but thank God, that was dropped, because, Jesus Christ, that would have been a terrible thing, because, come on, Kamacuras is a weak kaiju. There's no way you're gonna build up to a film like that, because it would have been the same story as Godzilla vs. Megagears. Why? Because Kamacuras sucks, so, thank God. But there's another one. There's a second one. This one is basically what you're not even familiar with this one, because this one's called Godzilla vs. M. Right now, I'm actually reading, I'm reading this off of Toho Kingdom, so hear this out. After being awarded the chance to direct the next Godzilla film, following the completion of Pyrokinesis, which came out in 2000, Suzuki Kaneko began quickly working on concept to base his project around, like, obviously I mentioned right there, a movie where Godzilla faces off the Kamacuras from Son of Godzilla. Kaneko was so eager to breathe life into the mantis design through heavy CG work. After learning the insect Meganulon was the biases of Godzilla vs. Megaguirus, the director quickly canceled the project right there. So, which thank God, Kamakris would have been terrible in CG. Okay, sure, he was okay in Final Wars. This led to Kanako's first fleshed out story for his 2001 Godzilla film, in which Godzilla does battle with an astronaut turned Uchujin, a space alien dubbed M. Kanako worked on a couple of drafts for the idea. The last one he created made full of use of the Millennium concept with an alternate reality where Japan had become the Republic of Japan, with a large military at its disposal rather than a self-defense force. So, however, Kanako finally dropped the idea, feeling the story was too depressing for a type of movie he wanted to make, and instead began to work on a more lavish, like a more valuable concept, which everyone's been wanting this. Godzilla x Baron, Baragon, and Nagira's giant monsters all-out attack. Yes, that would have been a great one. I swear to God, that would have been a great Godzilla movie. I mean, I wish that would have happened. I mean, everyone does. Putting Mothra in the movie, like, okay, instead of just, well, Mothra replacing one of them would be okay, but Mothra being added with all three monsters, plus Mothra fighting Godzilla, that would have made even more sense, since they're 4 guardian monsters and they're Earth defenders. Godzilla would have to fight his former allies in a brawl-out fight. That would have been so perfect, but sadly, Anguirus and Varan have been taken off. And not only replaced by Mothra, but replaced by King Ghidorah. So, which, yes, you're gonna hear my rant on Ghidorah in this movie, which that comes later. But yeah, poor Anguirus and Varan. I mean, come on, Anguirus is more popular than Baragon. That's for sure. Why would you take him off? I mean, yeah, that sucks for both of these monsters to be taken off. We haven't seen them in a long time. Oh shit, wait, that's right. We've seen Anguirus in Godzilla Final Wars. But what about Varan? Varan would have been... Varan's the one who doesn't even get a Godzilla movie that much. I mean, that sucks. Poor Varan. So now this movie is called Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah Giant Monsters All-Out Attack. And Baragon is in the movie! And he doesn't get his name in the title! What the fuck?! Poor Baragon. Yeah. So, there it is. That's the movie, but that's the backstory. But, with that being said, let's begin. So, the movie opens up with, like, the whole class thing by the commander. I forgot what his... I'm pretty sure I'm on the same page, which I'll get to him soon. He's actually one of our main protagonists. The commander who's talking to the students, or I believe soldiers, saying, like, the whole mentioning of the 1954 attacking, like, that Godzilla attacked 1954. Yes, and yes, this movie is a reboot. It ignored Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. Like, I should have mentioned that earlier. It ignored Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. Like, I don't know why the Millennium does that. I don't know. But they mentioned of... Well, I guess they rebooted just because the concept of monster versus monster is getting really too old for audiences since Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. But anyways, they mentioned that Godzilla attacked in 1954, and it was a strong and hard battle. And thinking they won, the military got him or something. So, and they had a peaceful time in Japan, but they said, but then comes this. It wasn't over yet. Because a few years ago, another giant monster attacked USA. So, and then, why? By the way, this is a great scene. So, some of the guys goes, that attack was Godzilla, and then the other kid just says, that's what the Americans claim. So that was an amazing scene right there. Not only is it a sequel to the 1954 Godzilla, but it's also a sequel to Zilla '98. That was so great. That was great job. That was the best. That was a really great slap in the face to Zilla '98. That was great. Good job. Good job, Kanako. Nice slap in the face to Zilla '98. That was awesome. So, anyways, when this conversation was still going on, they were reminded that the submarine was gone missing, and then the commander dismissed all these students. So we go into the submarine underwater. That they were like, what was going on right there? It was like, what is going on? It's just a mess. And they thought it was an earthquake. Like the place starts shaking, and then that guy goes, "It can't be." And I mean, of course, who else? Godzilla, of course. We see his dorsal spines like glowing blue. Then we get this awesome opening credits with GMK alongside you can see body parts of the characters. Yeah. The monsters. I'm sorry. So I mean, this is great. So yeah, I mean, the beginning is just awesome. I can't even get over the beginning. That was a great slap in the face to Zilla '98. That was just awesome. Okay. Oh my God. So moving on. So during that time, we finally meet our main character of the film, Yuri, Yuri Tachibana, played by Haru Niyama. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that name right. Oh, and by the way, guys, before I want to continue with the movie, oh my God, she's actually Goji Fan 93's favorite female character in the Godzilla franchise. Like, his favorite actress, I guess. I mean, she's not really my favorite, to be clearly honest, but I have to agree with Chris. I totally agreed with you. She is so fucking hot. I mean, oh my God. She is really hot. I mean, those boobs. I mean, wait, what the hell? What am I saying? Oh my God. Ugh. Ignore what I said, okay? I'm so sorry, guys. So, they were shooting the whole like fantasy bullshit type with like ghosts or monsters. Like some guy just threw a rock, and then when the water splash, he goes, a monster, like facing the camera. So, printing out fake type stories or some whatever it's called. So yeah, which is located in Niigata. Yuri cited so I mean, yeah, it's just a little, it's just weird, okay? But moving on. So then we hear like some kind of earthquake, like it causes like them to shake or something like that. They're all freaking out and stuff like that. It was only for a little bit, and then they're starting to continue with the conversations, like, okay, moving on, blah 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 blah, and stuff like that, until like Yuri saw like an old man who appears in the woods and stuff like that. When she turns to look to where her crew's going, she looks to where the old man was, and suddenly he disappeared. What the fuck? What is he, Batman or something? I don't know. Old man with. By the way, this old man is probably one of the main points of this film. I don't know. Which. Then we cut to later at night. There was a couple in the car until there was like some assholes with motorcycles trying to interrupt the whole bullshit thing. They wrecked a statue in half or something like that. But that statue is probably also important. Stealing them. I'm trying to interrupt that guy in a truck. Like, they're trolls, okay? Who the fuck cares? They're fucking trolls. They're assholes, okay? So then another earthquake happened, and all these guys on a motorcycle you hate so bad, which I just can't stand at all. They were crumbled by the ceiling when they're in the tunnel. So the earthquake was actually like a monster that comes out of nowhere, and then we see of course we saw a little bit of glimpse, and we hear the roar of Baragon. I mean, yeah, that's actually Baragon right there. He crushed these sons of bitches. But yeah, you cannot mess with nature. Yeah. So moving on, we see Yuri with probably with the other guy who was with her. I can't remember his name, but he's also with her a lot. I believe his name is this guy wasn't. I can't remember his name. So it's okay, forget it, whatever his name is. This guy, he was actually with Yuri, which a lot in the movie. They were at dinner or something like that, drinking, whatever, blah blah blah. Then some guy came in with a book that's showing the Guardian monsters, specifically King Ghidorah, Baragon, and Mothra, which seriously. So then we cut to Lake Aikida, whatever, some or whatever this island is. There are a bunch of teenagers who are being assholes, stealing a bunch of food, and worst of all, took that poor puppy and put him inside of a box so like they could drown him or something like that. What dickheads! They went on a canoe to kill the puppy, and obviously they found the statue that's part of the main point. The old man shows up for no reason. They thought they see him, but no. They took that and the puppy to drown these things, and then and the canoe just flipped over, and basically these characters drowned. These idiots drowned, and then it's because it was Mothra larva who interrupted the party, specifically because she's pissed. How fucking dare you guys? So it's kind of like in it's kind of like in Kong Skull Island. Kong killed, except the fact that Kong killed more people than Mothra does. I mean, Mothra killed no one. She never killed any human kindness or anything. Kong, on the other hand, does, but he killed a bunch of soldiers, even Samuel L. Jackson. That's basically Kong killing these guys. You think Kong is the #1 heroic or protective monster in the world? That's not the case, because Mothra's the biggest protector. Which in this movie, she doesn't have a personality. None of the monsters have personalities. But anyways, so Mothra wiped out these assholes or something like that. You wonder what happened to the puppy? Well, later on in the future, there were new updates. They found a box somewhere on the water. They found the puppy inside, and the puppy was able to survive. Thank God. Thank God. That puppy is so adorable. I love dogs. These fucking assholes would ever do something bad about dogs. So yeah, moving forward. So then we cut to by the way, before I want to keep going, I wanted to tell you that the commander I mentioned at the beginning, who was one of our protagonists, he's actually Yuri's father. He's a commander, and the guy I finally get the name. It's Takeda. Yuri's boyfriend, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he is. So yeah. Then we come to which I'm gonna keep going. The meeting with all the people for the military G-force, whatever the fuck. They were telling that during the submarine attack, it was Godzilla. They saw the dorsal spines, and they were thinking like, couldn't he pick someplace else that's not here? And they all start laughing and stuff like that. I mean, that could be, yeah, it's pretty funny, obviously. Then we cut to this place at a small house with just a few people in a bad weather that they're playing something or whatever, thinking of like say, oh, this is from 50 years ago. This pictures we found. It's when Godzilla attacked the place, and they thinking like, why would the military kill him? He's an innocent, poor creature, or something like that. And then some guy says, he'd be great as a pet. I mean, that's kind of stupid. Unless you're looking at Baby Godzilla or Little Godzilla. Baby Godzilla is, I mean, that did somewhat happen, and that was in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. Come on, man. even that girl knows about much with baby Godzilla, that he was adopted by Godzilla, obviously. Come on. Godzilla has no biological son. I mentioned this earlier. So, and then the house was invaded by Godzilla. The whole place crumbled. You see some guy in the bathroom pissing on or whatever. And then the entire house was crushed by Godzilla. Well, hooray for mediocrity. Fuck yeah. Moving on. Well, actually, let me go back for a moment, because I just missed something out. So, the old man was caught in prison. I don't know why. Yuri went to visit him about the whole thing, what was going on. Saying that Godzilla has returned, and he's even more powerful than ever. And the only one who could stop him are the 3 guardian monsters. Most notably, the 1,000-year-old dragon, King Ghidorah. And even though one of the guys says 8-headed dragon, that's not Archie, that's King Ghidorah. So, the 1,000-year-old dragon, Ghidorah, along with the 2 guardian monsters, never mentioned at all, like Baragon and Mothra. So, he also mentioned of Godzilla being different than how he was in 1954, specifically as some kind of a spirit of evil, like belonging to the devil. When I meant but more with something different. This Godzilla is possessed by the souls who died in World War II. Specifically, like, they're gaining revenge on Japan, and they want to make Japan feel like a poor country after what happened, like, years ago, like, probably like 60 years ago, that Godzilla, well, no, that happened in World War II. The souls that I'm mentioning are the American soldiers. The American soldiers that died in World War II, gaining revenge on those who defeated them in World War II. Those who died. And they're using Godzilla to gain on them, which is why the whole fan base is calling him Ghost Godzilla, which I'll get to that soon. I'll get to the Ghost Godzilla fandom soon enough. But anyways, yeah. When I first get into something of a Ghost Godzilla like that, I found that to be very interesting. Like, super interesting. So, yeah. So, Yuri... So, people think that the old man was crazy. Yuri actually believes him. That he was telling the truth about the Guardian Monsters and Godzilla being back with the whole spirit thing, okay? So, yeah, that's what it was. So, moving on. So, anyways, going to skip forward a little bit. Baragon has finally been revealed, and when these guys in prison with the old man were there, they were like, "Oh my God, it's Godzilla" or something like that. And I was like, "Are you guys stupid?" They think it was Godzilla, but no. When the monster reveal was read, they were like, "Who is this guy?" I mean, obviously it's Baragon. He is adorable. So then somewhere around, I forgot what city it was. I don't remember. Around the ocean, there's like, the water starts rising up and into the surface, and of course it's Godzilla, and wow, he looks fat. Yep, that's fat. But wait, he has no pupils. Oh my God, he's got no pupils. That's scary. Godzilla causes so much rampage. So Yuri and her boyfriend, Takeda, that's his name. I'm just gonna say her boyfriend, whatever. They were driving around, they realized Baragon has woken up, and so is Godzilla. Godzilla causes so much heavy damage, he destroyed a girl that's in the hospital. That was the part where I really feel bad for, because, I mean, I don't find this funny. I felt so bad for that scene. I mean, that was a horrible situation. Godzilla breathes his atomic breath, and then cuts to the school scene, which Alex the Haunted did mention in his WTF moments, that when there's when they see a massive explosion and there was like an earthquake, You should have ring a bell. Ugh. But anyways, so the two monsters finally clash to each other. Godzilla comes out from the mountain and he sees Baragon. Baragon and Godzilla did have a fight. Baragon starts digging under Godzilla, and Godzilla starts to fall to another area. Godzilla and Baragon encounter each other. Baragon jumps to Godzilla, but then bites Godzilla's arm, which obviously that doesn't do anything. He throws Baragon around somewhere else, like to like the ground where people could have got injured. Yuri and Takeda arrive to that place, that building where the monsters are fighting somewhat. Godzilla steps on Baragon's face with his foot, and Baragon starts going up to a higher platform so he could jump to attack Godzilla, but Godzilla swings his tail to Baragon and killed the guys with those cameras who were so annoying on that helicopter. Baragon accidentally killed them. Baragon starts to climb to retreat, but Godzilla fires his atomic breath to kill Baragon once, and then building collapse. Yuri and Takeda survive, thank God. I mean, a bunch of people are okay. Second time, I love Baragon's impression. Like, his eyes starts open, like, and then Godzilla fires his atomic breath again, and he killed Baragon. That poor little bastard. Oh, man. So, and then the old man, I forgot to mention, the old man, before the fight, the old guy I mentioned before was around for the Guardian Monsters, was actually in the place where King Ghidorah remained on ice. So after Baragon was killed, the statue fell on the ice and cracked King Ghidorah's ice open, like try to open it. Meanwhile, Mothra is in her cocoon, like getting ready to get out soon. Then King Ghidorah is released, while the old man was like remained looking at King Ghidorah. When King Ghidorah gets out, I think the old man died or something. I mean, no one could have survived being collapsed on or something that King Ghidorah actually got out from. So yeah, there you go. Moving on. So Yuri grabbed a bike from some other old guy, so like she could go somewhere to track down the monsters. Obviously, I'm gonna go more forward to it just to hurry up. So then Mothra finally hatched out from her cocoon and decides to go out to the city. I don't know if that's Tokyo, but it's in Japan. Godzilla has finally arrived to where all the militaries, including the commander, Yuri's father, like getting ready to open fire on Godzilla after also realizing getting the code name for the Guardian Monsters. The one that was killed was Baragon, and the others are Mothra and King Ghidorah. So yeah, that's pretty much like what that's probably the teaser Comic-Con of Godzilla King of the Monsters. The codename Rodan, codename Mothra, and codename King Ghidorah, codename Godzilla. Yeah, that's probably what they're getting that's probably what King of the Monsters got the idea from Comic-Con, from the teaser at Comic-Con that we never got to see, but what the fuck, whatever. So Mothra arrived to Japan. There was a really great cameo of twins, like twin cameos, twin girls looking at Mothra. It's a really good reference to like the fairies of Mothra, even though they're not fairies. But this is probably the only Godzilla movie I know of that's Mothra with no fairies, no Shubijins or anything. I mean, that's the only time. Which, not anymore, because this is, I mean, sure, this is the first time, but not the only time anymore, because King of the Monsters has no Shubijins, even though there's kind of rumored of, like, the two characters, Dr. Emma Russell and Madison Russell for King of the Monsters, are somewhat the Shubijins of the movie, the mother and daughter, instead of twin fairies, instead of the twins. But yeah, there you go. Mothra arrived to fight Godzilla. Godzilla and Mothra pretty much had an interesting fight. Mothra's pretty much clumsy in this movie, which I'll get to soon.
Mothra basically flies straight to Godzilla and shoots out darts from her vagina. I'm sorry I just said that right there, but yeah, we have never seen that before. Mothra shooting darts out of her vagina, which didn't really cause damage to Godzilla. Mothra, like, someone got the military killed by accident, especially from one building. Yuri stated that she wanted to help out her father, and the military claiming that the guardian monsters could protect this place. They could protect anything from Godzilla. So, and her father's like, okay, sure, yeah, I believe ya. So yeah. Moving on. So Mothra and Godzilla Mothra flies on top of Godzilla. Godzilla swings around, like, getting very annoyed with Mothra on top. Even though Godzilla in this movie is evil, he's the devil I mentioned before. And King Ghidorah arrived finally to attack. Which King Ghidorah's wings they don't look like he's able to fly at all. It's like King Ghidorah is like not doing so well right now. But here, yep. The ranting with me on King Ghidorah in this movie is gonna be, it's basically this movie. That's the biggest thing. I cannot forgive this movie, which I'll get to why in a moment soon. That why I cannot forgive this movie at all. So I'll get to that in a moment soon. So you have to wait a little bit while. So anyways, King Ghidorah arrived to attack Godzilla, and he's the heads bite Godzilla, and causes to electrocute him. We've never seen that before. I'm sure he actually shoots gravity beams on Godzilla, like usually it electrocutes him somewhat. But biting Godzilla with gravity beams electrocution, we've never seen that before, but that's pretty cool. King Ghidorah and Godzilla have a pretty okay fight. They're pretty intense and stuff like that. But Godzilla defeated King Ghidorah instantly, just throwing him into the... Like, he was going to finish off King Ghidorah, but that Mothra gets in the way with the atomic breath. And Mothra has been scrambled out into the ground. So, and then Godzilla was shot by those things. I can't remember what those weapons to drill on Godzilla's flesh, which obviously that didn't work. Godzilla looks at the military down there. Thank God Yuri's not with them right now. She survived that. Godzilla blasts his atomic breath, endless atomic breath onto the military on the ground while there's two navies on the ocean. It's a really awesome scene. Like, wow. Godzilla, the effects are pretty cool. It's pretty crazy. Like, wow. So, yeah, Godzilla killed these militaries instantly. He killed one of the Navy ships. He was going to kill the second one where the commander, aka Yuri's father, is. Mothra flew out in flames. Godzilla was ready to kill these guys. When Mothra's behind him, he turns around and is like, fuck you, Mothra. Boom! He killed Mothra. So, yep, two Guardian monsters dead. And Mothra's spirit, her spirit actually gained power on King Ghidorah. Even though I think King Ghidorah's power's already grown since Baragon was dead. Both monsters give King Ghidorah more power. Now King Ghidorah was able to fly because his wings grow now, and King Ghidorah's already powerful. So, yep, there it is. There you go. King Ghidorah has this big, like, force field that actually deflects Godzilla's beam, and when King Ghidorah fired that big thing, it pushes Godzilla out from the ground and into the ocean. Pretty awesome. We've never seen anything like this before. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, this is a Guardian King Ghidorah. Very nice. So, then King Ghidorah actually arrived underwater. Both Godzilla and Ghidorah had a great underwater fight scene. So, I mean, that is just awesome. The commander realized that Godzilla is kind of wounded, and there's like one part of his body that is actually a breakthrough, and the commander's like, I'm gonna go inside. Like, yeah, which is pretty awesome. So Yuri and Takeda are at some part of a bridge, like building type, stating that the Guardian monsters are like here to protect this planet, and Godzilla is like, so they're trying to stop Godzilla right there. Godzilla blasts his atomic breath by like no reason for it. Where Yuri and Takeda are, like both of them almost fell into the ocean. Takeda actually has one part of a statue. Well, first off, the commander is inside of a tiny submarine and like trying to fire something, whatever it is, to defeat Godzilla, but instead it hits King Ghidorah, and King Ghidorah has been downfalled again. But both of them fell before they fell into the ocean. Both Yuri and Takeda fell into the ocean. The piece of the statue I mentioned fell into the water where King Ghidorah is at, and King Ghidorah is able to get back up with his gravity beams. Awesome. So he saved these two. Him and Godzilla fight on the surface, which pretty cool fight. King Ghidorah is now glowing purely gold, and King Ghidorah and Godzilla pretty much had an intense fight. King Ghidorah is also a dumbass for firing his gravity beams on Godzilla's dorsal spikes, and Godzilla killed him instantly with a gigantic explosion, new beam attack. Big whoop! That was awesome. That's a big, awesome explosion. Yuri and Takeda are on the surface while Yuri's like unconscious. Then we see the spirits of the three guardian monsters, Baragon, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. And they gain their soul, like using their spirits to drown Godzilla into the ocean just to stop him. And then the commander goes into Godzilla's throat. Yeah, Godzilla ate the ship where the commander is at, the little tiny ship or submarine. So, and the next day, Yuri wakes up wondering where her father is. Like, she's freaking out. Godzilla gets back up from the surface and was ready to, before he could blast his atomic breath, the commander in that little ship drilled out from his shoulder. Ouch. Godzilla was going to blast his atomic breath, but instead, he blasted out of his shoulder, that same hole that her father drilled for, and he did it twice, fell underwater, like there's like gushy blood everywhere. Oh man. And one last time, and Godzilla died instantly. Godzilla's been defeated. His body exploded, and they all celebrate, yay! So Yuri was reunited with her father, like she thanks him for stopping Godzilla, but he goes, no, I didn't do this fight. The guardian monsters are the real heroes. So then we head underwater. We see then there's like fishes everywhere. There's like one last thing of Godzilla. It's his heart, his only remaining heartbeat. So with the awesome Akira Ifukube music. And of course, that's the end of the movie. I'm sorry I'm going too quick for it, but I'm just rushing now. But my god, this is one of the best Godzilla movies out there. I highly recommend. I do think this movie is just great. It's awesome. The effects are great. Sosuke Kanako did did really well. He did so well with this film. The effects, I forgot to mention. I gotta give credit to these guys who did the special effects. Shinji Higuchi. He's the guy who's pretty much the director of who's the co-director and the special effects director of Shin Godzilla. My god. Why couldn't anyone give him credit for that? He did awesome. That was great. He did awesome. Characters are great. Yuri, she is so hot. I mean, I cannot get over her. She's the hottest. She's the best female character in the Millennium Godzilla films. She's amazing. Goji Fan 93, really, no wonder why he likes her a lot, because she is the best. She's the best in the Millennium, obviously. She's not my favorite actress in the Godzilla franchise. I will get to who is my favorite actress. That's going to be in the future, later on, not right now. But yeah, the movie is great. Music's great. Kao Otani, the composer of this movie. There's Akira Ifukube Godzilla music that's only in the end. So yeah, everything about this movie is awesome. Yeah. Now let's talk about the monsters. Anguirus and Baron are not in the movie. That's so sad. But let's start out with Baragon. Baragon is really adorable. I love him, and I mean, well, he looks. The roar, first of all, it's a lot better than his Showa roar, where it's just mixtured with Varan and Gorosaurus or something. But this Baragon roar is much better. They're a little bit of like orc sounds from Lord of the Rings, but what the fuck, whatever. I mean, this movie came out the same year Lord of the Rings came out, obviously. So yeah, Baragon, he's pretty cool. He looks a little bit better. Yeah, he looks adorable. I know people just say fans just want Baragon as a pet, but I don't know. I think Anguirus is much more adorable and much more memorable than Baragon. Like, memorable and much more pet-wise. That's what Anguirus is. But Baragon, yeah, he did pretty good in this movie. I mean, I wish he would have be in the final battle with the 3 Guardian monsters to fight Godzilla, like the other 2 Guardian monsters. So like it'll be him, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. Like that's what it should have been. Like, I wish that would have happened. That's a sad thing. Let's go on to Mothra. Now, Mothra is that I don't know how much I could say. This used to be my least favorite design of Mothra, basically because I just don't know what the hell just happened. The purple eyes don't bother me much. I wish it was blue again, but the rest of it looks too much like a wasp or ant type with Batra's wings, and her legs are really small. I guess they don't want to use those chicken legs type like in the Heisei, even though the Heisei Mothra is my favorite Mothra design. This is not my least favorite Mothra design, don't get me wrong, but I mean, obviously 1966, the sea monster type Mothra is my least favorite. But Mothra in this movie, let's go on to her character, which didn't really have that much of a personality. Like, that's not good enough. And Mothra in this, not only that, but she doesn't get that much respect in this movie. Mothra is so clumsy in this movie. Like, she gets the military killed. Like, she's like, this is probably the most clumsy-eyed Mothra to ever exist. And obviously she is. Like, she's so clumsy in this movie, it just doesn't do much for it. I kind of wish they would have updated her more, trying to make her what she was supposed to represent traditionally, and make her, like, actually protecting something instead of getting these people killed. Like, yeah, I mean, think about it. She's really clumsy in this movie. That's not good. Like, Mothra was never clumsy. Was never like that clumsy before, ever. So, yeah, as much as Mothra did not do so well in this film, that is nothing compared to the monster. You're going to hear my ranting so much. Why I cannot forgive this movie. You are asking, why am I not forgiving this movie? Mothra is not the reason. No. The next monster is, and yes, King Ghidorah is the reason why. They should have left Varan and Anguirus in this movie, or both of them, or either one, because King Ghidorah being a good guy, I cannot forgive that movie. I cannot forgive it. No, that's the only thing I cannot forgive about this movie is why is King Ghidorah in the movie as a good guy? You can make him neutral. That's okay. It's okay if you can make him neutral, but don't make him the good guy. That's like reversing Batman and the Joker. Like, say Batman's is a killer and the Joker is supposed to protect the city. That doesn't work at all. It does not work at all. Why would you ever do such a shit like that? Okay, sure, a hero got reversed with a villain once, who's good and bad. I mean, Spider-Man and Mysterio, obviously, but it's because Mysterio framed him. That was the answer. So this one, it doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, the design. I love this design. It's not my favorite design of King Ghidorah, but it's one of my favorites. I mean, the faces, I realized it was supposed to resemble Varan's head. Like, it's supposed to resemble Varan's. Like, one of the guys who designed Varan, or designed King Ghidorah, he actually said he wants Varan in this movie, and I agree. Yeah, Varan should have had that role, not King Ghidorah. So, yeah. I know, I'm sorry I complain so much, but it's better if you had Varan or Anguirus in this movie, or both of them, but not King Ghidorah. So, Mothra being in there, like I said, it does work, but it doesn't with him, which, obviously. Now, let's talk about Godzilla. Okay, here we go. Godzilla. The monster born from nuclear testings. The one who can act, who actually destroys a bunch of stuff, bunch of shit, who actually protects human nature, or just he's the Earth protector from evil from aliens and evil monsters. Who is a good father, well, somewhat of a bad father. I mean, he's a bad father to Minilla, which he's more of an adopted father to Minilla and Godzilla Jr., because none of them are Godzilla's biological sons. I mentioned it before. So, a father. He is the one who made so many great games, except for Godzilla 2 War of the Monsters for the NES. That game sucks. And City Shrouded in Shadow sucks too. The one who can actually speak English. You guys know what I'm talking about. Godzilla vs. Gigan. He speaks English. That Godzilla is the one everyone talks about. That is nothing compared to this one. That's the Godzilla from Hell. Reference with the comic book, I guess. But, Godzilla in this movie is the devil. He has no pupils, and he's pure evil. This is the most evil Godzilla to ever exist. My God, that is really evil. That is just so cool. I love his design. I know SH Monster Arts made that one alongside Godzilla 2000 and Tokyo, and the one that's the Kiryu, which we'll talk about that soon. Man, he looks great. And he looks a lot better than his previous designs, Godzilla 2000, because, and thank God he's gray and black, and the dorsal spines are normal again. And because, come on, I'm not comfortable when he's green. Hanna-Barbera sucks, like I said, but this Godzilla, but the only difference is that he has no pupils, and not to mention the whole fan base is calling him Ghost Godzilla. And specifically the souls of the American soldiers getting revenge after World War II. Yeah. There was even explanation, I did not mention this, the whole explanation that Godzilla wasn't, I forgot to mention that, Godzilla was not killed hardly by the military. He was killed by Dr. Serizawa. Yeah, I did not mention that, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's just so great. The elements of the original is in this movie, especially that the design is almost like the original, except with no pupils. That's it. That is just awesome. And also, sorry to say this, but Godzilla's fat. Whatever. But, oh, and that grin. The gums are pretty much like, ugh. And he grins when he was stepping on Baragon, like, ha 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 ha. I'm gonna kill you, Baragon. Like, oh my God, that is just crazy. So, yeah, the movie itself is awesome. When I introduce it to people who are not Godzilla fans, fuck yes, you should. Show them this. You should show them this. But the one thing you should tell them that's really important is the whole climax of Godzilla and Ghidorah, like who's good and evil in previous films, before you could show them this. That's all I can tell you. My rating for this movie, I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. I wish it was 9 out of 10, but it's 8.5 out of 10. Because this may not be my favorite Godzilla movie in the millennium, but it's up there. But And yes, it's part of my top 10 favorites, obviously. So 8.5 out of 10. I'll see you guys next time. I am so sorry I took so long to review it. It took me days to finish recording this episode, but until today. But next time on Friday, I will review the next one, because next time we're gonna review the Kiryu Saga. So thank you so much for watching. This is SB Goji Fan signing off. Bye.